now listening to the 302 Birds Fantasy Football Podcast, proudly powered by the Sleeper app, hosted by Dennis and Benny. Let's take it to the show.
Sleeper fantasy fans, we are back. Welcome back. We took a week off. I know we're a little late getting to you guys this morning. Dalton's at the game. Jack's at the game. So we're going to try and handle things here. It won't be a super long show. Just want to get you all the info. I am proud to say Benny is a happily married man. He's still on his honeymoon. So shout out to him. So I called in a favor. I called in the reinforcements. I called on an old friend of mine. Old Shawnee Smith going to tune in today and help me out a little bit. Go Birds, sir.
Go Birds, go Birds. Happy to be here.
We've got a little bit of help in the background there, so we appreciate him as well. I didn't want to go 2 weeks without a show for you guys because I know you guys, some of you guys kind of rely on what we have. A lot of crazy things going on around the league right now. So, I mean, we'll kick right into it. Stardoms for this week. I'm like usual. I'm only going to give you 5, and then I'll let Sean do his 5. I don't know how much he's been kicking into fantasy, but we'll
4-0, baby, undefeated.
I hate you. So first off, Jalen Hurts, I'm starting. He gets all of his weapons back this week. He should fire off. It seems like things really pulled back together during the bye week. So we'll see what we get out of him. And if he gets running and throwing on this Cleveland Browns defense, it could be a high-scoring game for the Eagles offense and get their confidence boosted up. Running back, definitely not going to sleep on James Conner. James Conner always finds a way to deliver in the second half of a football game. A.J. Brown, of course, you got to double up when you got Jalen in there. His first game back, you've got to think that he is going to be on a tear. He's definitely going to want to unload. So I'm pretty sure we're going to see him unload today. Another wide receiver I got in there, Chris Godwin. Godwin, you can't go wrong. I also have Baker Mayfield as a second quarterback in my lineup starting, so doubling them up. Keon Coleman for the Buffalo Bills. They're taking on the New York Jets. Under a new coach for the Jets, he should dominate. Sauce Gardner's going to have his hands full. It's a lot of hype battle there. Let's see. And then I got Lazard for the Jets. Lazard could easily open up on the Buffalo Bills where the corners have struggled with them linky receivers. And Lazard's got he's been using a few different moves with his feet this year, so the footwork is going to take a toll. Another one you don't want to sleep on, Tony Algier for the Atlanta, because they're going against the Panthers. Everybody knows the Panthers are like the 2011 Cleveland Browns. So you can't go wrong there. Just keep your eyes open, guys. A lot of things can go down on your stardoms and situms this week. Again, if you have any questions, please do not hesitate to put them in the box there. Shawnee, what do you got?
Yeah, for me, I'm still riding the Josh Allen wave. Obviously, they're playing against the Jets, which is going to be a little bit scary. I do have Fields as a secondary, so I'm debating if I want to start Fields or Allen, since Fields can be playing against Las Vegas. So we'll see what's up. For me, one of the people, just like with Dennis said, I'm also going with Jets wide receiver here. I'm going Garrett Wilson. I think he's going to have a big game. Last couple weeks, he's been doing pretty okay for me. Last week, he scored 22 points. Only expected 11.53. So 22 points, not bad. Week before that, 4.6. But then the previous 2 weeks, 11 and 8. So he's looking pretty solid. So I'm going to keep him on there. Another wide receiver that I put on there was Terry McLaurin for the Commanders. Commanders are on a tear, so I feel like anybody from the Commanders that's wide receiver, even running back, and then obviously that rookie QB, man. I mean, they're on a tear. So also for me, one of the ones that I'd also say from, a little bit later in the show, I'll bring him up again, definitely Bucky Irving. So I have Jonathan Taylor. He's out currently. So I went and picked him up, and Bucky Irving has been on a steamroll, man. That kid looks amazing. So I expect big things from him. And then here's one that I think a lot of people aren't really talking about. I think Tucker Kraft for the Packers, man, he's been, if you go and you look, I mean, last week, 22.8 points, 14.30. Previous 2 weeks, he didn't have as many because there was somebody else there with him. So now that starting tight end is injured, now you got him in, you're going to be seeing a lot more points. And then, of course, I'll end with this one. I have Stephon Diggs for Houston. It's a huge weapon, man. I mean, Houston as a team looks pretty okay. I think he's going to continue to be CJ's top target. So big things. And then I even have a really good kicker here. I have Koo from Atlanta. So we got him going as well. So
I think Nico's struggling too. I think he's a little banged up. So
I agree. I definitely agree.
A lot of teams are really starting to catch the injury bug here lately. So there's a lot of things that are going down around the league. Just a lot of things you got to pay close attention to. A lot of injuries are being held quiet, and they're just really not giving a lot of targets to certain players. So you kind of just got to watch everything with who you align. Going to the sit-ems this week. So of course, I'm the basic guy. I don't go all in depth on this sit-em thing. I basically just sit them off of a bye week. So Tyreek Hill, of course, got sat. Njoku is still fighting that injury bug with his foot. And then if he does come unglued today, of course, it would be against us. Put Robinson out from the Rams. K. Dotton, and then Flacco is out on mine. Just there's a lot of things that open up there that could happen, and I don't know. It's just kind of the way I went. I probably should have started K. Dotton over Zach Ertz, but I'm going to leave it how it is. I got to have faith in Ertzy.
There's a couple people I sat, and I mean, it was mostly, like you said, for injuries or just bye week. One of the guys I did sit was the wide receiver from Seattle, Jackson Smith, and then I can't say the end of his name. I can never get it right. But I sat him just because he just hasn't looked great, and they were playing against San Fran. And San Fran's defense, whenever it comes to playing against Seattle, just didn't look great. Or looked great, made Seattle not look great is what I should say, sorry. But yeah, the other guys that I had sat, obviously, like Jonathan Taylor, he's out. Kelsey, no game. Kareem Hunt, I have him as well as a backup running back. He's out. So that's kind of who I've been sitting. I'm debating if I want to still sit Josh Allen or if I want to sit Justin Fields. It's one or the other. Just because I don't know, that Giant, like I said, that Jets defense has been pretty on fire. So we'll see what Sauce Gardner is able to do and what the New York New York Jets defense can do. But yeah, the main one that I had was the wide receiver from Seattle there. And I think I made the right choice. He only got 7.8 points. So looking good thus far.
I think the Jets game, I mean, Allen's always had good games against the Jets no matter what's going on. But the problem you look at now is this team is going to be focused, pissed off. Their head coach got fired. Nobody knows why. It's being hush-hush, kept secret, and they're pissed. So you're going to have a team.
Could go two ways, though. I think that could go two ways with the coach being fired. I think it could either be it motivates them because they want to play better and they're like, well, you know what?
Or they're pissed off.
Or they're going to be pissed off, or they're going to be falling apart because now the ship is starting to rock a little bit, right? Imagine if Sirianni got fired. I don't know where our season would go.
Belichick would be okay.
Yeah, well, come on now. But we'll see. We'll see what the Jets do, and that's going to be, I think, a make it or break it for a lot of people's fantasy because there's a lot of good Jets players that are on that team. Like you said, Lazard, he's always solid with getting you a couple points. The guy who I have on there as well, playing wide receiver, he's pretty great. He's got me some decent points. So, and then obviously Aaron Rodgers is not looking great. So, but yeah, we'll see what happens. I'm excited to see that game, and I'm sure that'll make and break a lot of people's fantasy teams.
So last minute waiver wire, guys. This is kind of where I'm at with this one. This is going to be short because this is usually Benny's thing. He's good with this whole in detail thing. Just looking at stat wise of what you could look at today to pull up some good things for you. Spencer Rattler's getting the start for the New Orleans Saints. The Saints have been hot. Even with putting Rattler in there as a rookie, the kid has always showed promise. He's still new. He's still young. He's got a lot of growing to do, but he's got enough weapons with Kamara and them down there that could open him up and have him set. Derek Carr could even be at cost of losing his job because that kid is good. Like, he's a different level. The other one, Drake May getting the start in New England. Drake May has always been on the board that you have to watch. The kid is unpredictable. He's not really a mobile quarterback, but if he needs to, he can get out there and run like Peyton or Brady would. but his pocket presence and how he holds his composure in the pocket and the arm slinging power that he has, Drake May could be a one to watch. Let's see. Gabe Davis, he's already playing, so don't worry about him. If you got Deshaun Watson, do not look at Deshaun Watson, just how much he's struggling and that team is hurting. I'm not saying that because the Eagles are playing them today. I'm clearly saying this because look at how he handled everything last week. He cried about everything. He walked off from his coach, called a timeout, screaming at his team. Like, that's not a team player. This kid's got so much stuff going on the outside of the field that it's affecting him professionally. Will Levis, you might not want to sleep on. Bo Nix is starting to come into his own, but he is playing a Chargers defense today that is starting to pick up speed and momentum. Miles Sanders, do what you want with it. That's all I have as far as the last minute waiver wire. What do you got, Tony?
Yeah, for sure. One of the ones, because there's a couple people I picked up off of waiver wire, right? Because I was like, like Jonathan Taylor's out, my tight end's out. There's a couple people that are out. So, like I said before, Bucky Irving, I think if I'm looking at it right now, he's only 69% rostered, plus 12% from last week. I think a lot more people are starting to see how he's getting his reps in, and he's getting some great points. I mean, think about it. Of course, last week, 4.60, not great. Against the Eagles, of course, 12 points, 9 points against Denver, and then 2 points against Detroit. He didn't really get as much usage there. So I think we're going to continue to see him get more play time and implement it a little bit more. They're playing against New Orleans, which is going to be interesting. And then the other big one that I really wanted to put out there was Tucker Kraft from Green Bay. He's gotten 14% more roster spots, so he's at 76%. That kid looks like a monster. If you don't have him and if he's sitting on that waiver wire, definitely pick that kid up. You won't regret it. Like I said, starting tight end for Green Bay is out. He is in, and he's been getting crazy targets. 22 points last week, 14 points the week prior. I think both those are going to be the biggest ones for me. I was trying to think of some other people, but those were the main two that I was like, I got to get them. It was Tucker Kraft. Tucker Kraft from Green Bay.
Somebody's already got him on my look.
Yep. Yeah. So if you don't see him picked up, definitely go and scoop him up. His roster spot is just shooting up, and it's going to continue to shoot up. So that's two for me.
Got him. Shit.
Yeah. See.
So the biggest trade talks around the league right now. The surprising, well, not really surprising after the stunts he pulled, but it seems that Darius Slay may be on the trade block for the Philadelphia Eagles, among others. Maybe even Reed Blankenship. For the love of God, let it happen. So the King, Sidney Brown, can take over. Sorry, Sean.
Come on, man. You know, hey, I heard that same thing about Slay. I think that's going to be one of the biggest from what we've heard, at least, is that he's on the trade block. Obviously, we never know how he likes to move in silence, so we'll see what happens with him. I think some of the other ones were going to be the guy from the Raiders. That's going to be another big one.
Sidney Brown ain't getting traded. I hate that guy. I don't
Joe,
like
I'm liking it. I like that.
My fan. Look, man, I thought we were friends.
What are we getting back for him? Some water ice and what else are we thinking?
No, you ought to look. You better chill. At least I'm not on the sideline crying over a freaking cramp.
That field was so hot. Okay.
Excuse me, sir. Whoever's in the background, do not put no negative comments of Sidney Brown up on that screen. Thank you. I hate you. That's why your Phillies lost.
That's crazy. We're all still heartbroken over that.
Hey! I might be backstage helping you out, but let's not shit talk the Phillies right now. All right? All right? I'm gonna go backstage again. I'm gonna produce for you, but let's leave the Phillies out of this. You're talking about football. All right? I'm gonna go backstage now.
Eric, there's always next year, brother. There's always next year.
That's what I've been saying for the
past. Come on, baby.
That's what I've been saying for the past 20 plus years. There's always
Phillies fans. We come out the room saying that. Awesome. Shout out to Eric backstage.
Yeah, shout out backstage, man. We appreciate it helping us get going today. Sean, I really appreciate you coming on here helping me out. If anybody's got any questions as far as what they should do with stardom and sit them this week, let us know. We'll help you out. Like I said, this is going to be a short show. We just wanted to get one together for you guys, give you all a good idea of what to look for this week. There's a lot of good games. I'm not exactly sure who is on the bye week except for the Dolphins.
The Chiefs are also on the bye week, which is going a lot of people, like I said, for fantasy, like myself, that have like Kelsey, I have Kareem Hunt, and I have those are the main two I had from the Chiefs. You're going to not see them. You're also going to see Miami as a bye week as well. They have no game this week. I'm not sure who else. Those are just the main two that I
A
knew.
lot of good games on the thing, man. And then Sunday Night Football, I think, is supposed to be lined up really good this week. I don't think it's anything bad.
Even the Dallas game should be good. I think they're playing Atlanta. Am I wrong?
Maybe I will get lucky and they'll lose.
Atlanta looks pretty good. Let me see. Oh, they're playing the Lions 3-1. That's who it is. So that's going to be a good game. Should I start Justin Fields or CJ Stroud? For me, I would probably say
I'd say CJ.
I might say Fields here because I'm debating if I want to start Fields or Josh Allen because he's playing against the Jets. I'm probably going to end up going Josh Allen, but Justin Fields has been looking really good on fantasy.
He's on a tear. I don't know. I have a little bit more faith in CJ Stroud. I think he's got more weapons that can make him more of a problem, and his offensive line is slightly better than Pittsburgh's.
Let me see who each of them are playing. That's going to be the big thing for me. So if I look at Houston, they're playing New England. So, and then who is the Steelers playing? They're playing Las Vegas. I don't know, man. Las Vegas. I would say probably CJ Stroud. They're playing against New England, man, and New England is just not going to do anything for X amount of time. So I'd probably say CJ Stroud. I'd have to agree.
I'm really mad.
About which part?
I should have went to that game today. It's Brian Dawkins' birthday, and they're celebrating him at the game.
Yep.
Mother, Dalton, Jack, I hate y'all.
There is a opportunity with the Eagles to have a dinner with him actually for Hall. Or was it Brian Dawkins? Somebody's Hall of Fame induction.
McCoy.
There you go, and that's even cool too. Shady, come on, man! You can have a lunch
Friday,
with him.
That's like the game's the 16th. No, the
yeah.
3rd. No, the game's the 3rd. So it's the 1st because it's Friday, which unfortunately I can't do. But
Joseph, just to reroute, definitely start CJ Stroud playing against New England. I would say.
Make sure y'all go to the Philadelphia Eagles Facebook and y'all wish Brian Dawkins a happy birthday. The man who laid the groundwork for what a real safety should be. You know, like how Sidney Brown plays, not how Reed Blankenship plays because he wants to lay on the ground and cry over a cramp, or because he leads with his head and he blows a tackle, or he costs us a touchdown because he doesn't look right, or he catches an interception and then flops on the ground like a dead fish and then gets up and does the Quan dance in the end zone because he can't return.
That dance is fire. Stop it.
Hold on. I'm not done. I'm on my rant. Shut up. He can't go 99 yards down the field like Sidney Brown did. Just saying. Goat.
Is that all you got?
Yep.
Or he picks the ball, wins the game. You know, that's what he likes to do. He likes to win the game for us at the end. Clutch
but technically, he didn't win the game because Jalen still had to go out there and go down the field or knee, whatever. So technically, the offense wins the game at that point because they didn't cough it back up. So he just technically it's an assist. It's not a game winner if you want to get technical.
I'm going to try to twist this into fantasy since it's a fantasy talk, but man, AJ Brown coming back is going to be huge today. And maybe I'm a little bit biased. Who knows? You know, maybe I'm just a little bit biased.
We're both biased, bro. Look, we're going tush push today. Tush push.
Chill or grill.
Chill or grill. Okay. So you need to chill on Reed Blankenship. Sorry. I'm kidding. Chill wise, definitely you needed what's that receiver? Not Mike Evans and not Chris Godwin. There's that other guy that they got down there. He's not doing anything for him.
I'm not sure of which one. I'm not sure.
That's their wide receiver 3. He's been quiet. That's bad. I can't remember.
I have a chill one. I think what was it? DJ Moore. He is so rostered, but like I just like if you go, let's check his game log, right? Like I just think that's one that people need to chill off of. He does do good, but I don't know. A lot of people have him as like a top wide receiver. I just don't see it.
Well, it's the only one with experience up there on that roster. So
there was another one that I was trying to think of here. I don't think it was Kyler. No, Kyler's looking great. Yeah, I don't know. That'd be the main one for me for chill.
Dalvin Cook is another one. I mean, you can chill on Dalvin Cook. He hasn't really delivered as much as he should. Let me see here. Of course, Nico Collins is on IR, so you got, you know what I mean? Polk from New England, you can kind of chill on. The one people should grill, freaking Michael Pittman from Indianapolis.
For
Pittman
sure.
is supposed to be a freaking wide receiver one, is not delivered the way he should. When you get somebody like, as much as I hate the freaking Ravens and I hate the University of Delaware, I'm sorry, Benny. I can't stand Joe Flacco to save my life, but when you got Joe Flacco throwing you the freaking rock, like, there's no reason why you shouldn't catch the ball. Flacco's going to put you in the best predicament possible, and you've got an offensive line that can protect him. Yeah, he's old, but the man still gets the ball out. There's no reason why you shouldn't be able to deliver something from Joe Flacco. He's better than Anthony Richardson.
Yeah, I agree. Joe Flacco is a vet, and he even came out. I think it was the end of last season for whichever team he was on, and he just showed that he still got it. So, no, I totally agree. Like I said, I'm gonna say this guy's name again, man. I'm telling you, like he's just. I think it's gonna be a lot of people are sleeping on this guy. I think you need to grill with Tucker Kraft for sure. I think that guy needs to be rostered. I think seeing him at 76% rostered right now is kind of insane. I think you need to pick him up if you are looking for a tight end or if you're looking to get some more points on the board there for your team. What was the other one that I had here? And then, like I said, Terry McLaurin, he's only 95% rostered. Now, of course, that means that he's still getting started quite a bit. I think you need to grill with him. I think that Commanders team, anybody you can pick up there that's starting is going to be huge. That team is on a tear. As much as it pains me as a Birds fan myself, I mean, we got to admit that they're currently looking unstoppable. And that kid has really came in and made a difference. So anybody from the Commanders, honestly, in my opinion.
As long as he doesn't pull an RG3, he'll be okay.
Don't even put that out there. Knock on wood or something. We don't want to see that kid go down.
No, I don't either. I'm just saying, but with the way that field is and that stadium is, bro, look, it destroyed. Whose leg did it destroy? It wasn't Cousins' leg, was it? No, crap. Whatever. That field is dangerous, just like MetLife.
It's awful. That whole stadium is dangerous. Remember when it fell in on Jalen Hurts? Jesus. Continuing. Yeah, I think anybody from the Commanders you could throw on there and say grill.
Another one that you could really, like, people need to kind of chill and, like, maybe back away from, and I hate saying it, Trevor Lawrence has not looked good this season at all. Like, he has his spots, but the only reason he delivers is because you've got Brian Thomas Jr. and your running backs delivering for you. Other than that, he just doesn't look himself. He doesn't look comfortable. That's just me. I don't know how you feel.
No, I totally agree. He's actually been he's somebody who I always laugh at because if you do like a Madden fantasy like draft and you put him onto a team when you're playing with your buddies, he's always like one of the top QBs in stats. That's obviously it's Madden, it's not real life, but he just hasn't looked good. He doesn't look good right now during the regular season, which usually he looks okay during the regular season. Then he kind of has the Dak Prescott effect where he kind of crashes out when it comes to playoff time. But he just looks. I don't know what it is. I don't know what's going on down there in Jacksonville with him, but he just does not look like himself or what people expected from him. But, it's still early in the season. Our team doesn't look like what we expect, and a lot of people don't look like what we think they'll be doing. So we'll see as he goes on throughout the end of the year, but I definitely agree. Definitely chill off of Lawrence down there.
Keenan Allen, too. He's struggling this season, but, I mean, when you got a new quarterback, it's a lot of things that you're looking at in that phase. If anybody's got any last-minute questions, we're going to get ready to wrap this up. We're getting close to football time. Philadelphia Eagles start at 1 o'clock. Anybody's got any last-minute questions, go ahead and throw them in the comment box there. We'll try to help you out. Again, we appreciate our man in the background there, Shardy, helping us out with the banners and the thumbnails and everything. Thank you for taking time out of your day away from the family to help us out, buddy. Go Phils. Hopefully we can get some pictures and people learn how to swing the bat again.
So much for Red October. That's all I keep saying. So much for Red October.
They should have just left the freaking song of Dancing on My Own and we would have been okay. But no, they wanted to do the I'm going to come shit. Like,
it happens.
Make up your mind.
It happens. It happens.
Oh, didn't I tell you just stick with the Dancing on My Own and we'd be okay?
You did say that. I did hear that too. That is true.
Okay.
We'll see, man. I'm excited to see some of these games today and see people's fantasy teams and something that I would love and I think Dennis could do moving forward is having some of the fans send in their fantasy teams and then having us kind of talk about it on the show for sure. Like I said, I can if you mind while we wait for some questions, because I'm 4-0, undefeated right now in my team, I can tell you guys who my starters are.
Here we go.
Listen. The only thing that has been a little bit questionable on my team is the San Francisco defense, but every good fantasy team is going to have a hole in it where you're like, that's questionable. I have that kid from Atlanta, the kicker, Young Ho Ko, I think. Yeah, dude. Kid looks legit. Listen, like I'll tell you, when he played against us in Philly, 10 points. Plays against Kansas City, 7 points. What you expect that from a kicker around 7? It's average. But then you get 20 points. Then you get another 17 points. Now they're playing against Carolina. You think he's not going to drop like another, I don't
10.
know, 15 to 20 or 10 even? Yeah, like we'll see what he can do. Pretty exciting. Then I got Stephon Diggs playing at wide receiver. Like I said, Kraft. Here's his name again, Tucker Kraft at tight end. Bucky Irving. I'm sorry. Hubbard from the Panthers. I forgot. That's another big one I didn't bring up. That's one that I'd say grill as well. Week 1, he had 9.6 points. Week 2, 25. Week 4, 20.10. And then week 5, 15.50. So I think he's going to continue to be on a tear. We'll see what happens with him. Terry McLaurin, like I said, Garrett Wilson from the Jets, and then Josh Allen is the other guy who I have. I'm still on the Allen train. We'll see what he can do. But yeah, like I said, currently in my league, if I can get it to load up here, 4-0, only team undefeated at this point. So we'll see what happens.
I hate you.
What are you currently on fantasy, Dennis?
Shut up. I had a bad season.
A bad season. Define bad. Is it currently no wins or at least a couple wins?
So our league is weird. So like the top 3 or top 4 get an extra win, so you get like 2-0 or 1-1 or whatever.
Okay.
I'm currently sitting at 5-5.
Should I start Mayfield or Justin
Mayfield
Herbert against the Broncos?
Mayfield.
Ooh.
Mayfield.
Who is Mayfield playing? Who are they playing again? I have Bucky going too. Let me see here. That's going to be the thing for me. Let's see.
New Orleans.
Ooh.
He'll shred them, dude. Mayfield's been on the tear, bro.
Because the Broncos have been kind of looking legit. I'm going to say Mayfield as well. I got to go Mayfield here. Yeah, so they're playing the Saints. Yeah, definitely got to go Mayfield here. For sure. What about you, Dan? You said Mayfield as well, right? Yeah. I think the Broncos just kind of look legit. I mean, they look the most legit that they have in a little while.
They're starting to find their groove, but they're not there yet.
Right.
Bo Nix is finally starting to realize that he's got to snap back at Sean Payton like Drew Brees used to. So he's starting to find his.
I love seeing that.
Find his you know what.
Yeah.
But with that said, ladies and gentlemen, Shardy, in honor of Jack, it's an outro, not an intro. Go Birds. See.
Taking a deep shot. Jefferson's got separation. And Jefferson